Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Maniac Mansion. If I gave you a bit of a scare thinking I'm going to blow up the house, blah 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 blah, thought I was going to blow up the house at the end of that last video, to give myself a hell of a scare. My new desktop computer, which I do not use for the Maniac Mansion Let's Play, but it is in fact still on at the moment, and I got one of them fancy newfangled wireless keyboards for it. It kind of slid in such a way that it was sort of held between the back of the couch and a cushion, and I guess one of the buttons on the keyboard was depressed. I was feeling really sad and emo. No, it was being pushed in, and I didn't realize it because I wasn't, using that computer. And my computer itself started making like mechanical beeps, like bleep, bleep, like hardware kind of mechanical problem bleeps. And when I switched some settings around so I could see I didn't even have my computer desktop on my screen, and I was like, oh, do you want to turn filter keys on? It's some kind of keyboard setting where you pressing and holding keyboard keys does something special. But I thought that I'd been warned by the guy who helped me put this Frankenstein computer together that, oh, yeah, and if the chip, like the actual main processor on this thing, starts to go bad, it will like start emitting this like beeping noise, and you'll know that you need to turn off your computer right away. And I was like, I thought my computer had died, and it's like less than a month old. Ah! But it was just because I'm not, making sure that my wireless keyboard is not like just being tossed around the apartment at random. But anyway, let's get back to it, folks. I managed to deal with that little door problem off screen. You don't automatically lose the game if you put in the door code wrong once. It's just that you basically get a certain amount of time to do the door thing, and if you attempt to put in the code again before the house blows up, I believe you reset the timer before the house will blow up, or possibly not. But there's plenty of time to attempt more than one input, but the combination you need to put in changes. So it's like, yeah, you can't just be messing around. Can't be just messing around town. Alright, so what were we doing at the end of that last video? Well, I've got a cassette tape and a record now. I think we sorted that out. The record was like a high-pitched squeal or something. So I think I know what we can do with that. Let's play, whether my theory about what we can do with it is right or not, and I know it is because I remember this puzzle. But see if you folks, the viewers at home, can figure out. Well, we've got an old record that goes, but now we have just a record. So what would happen if we use the record on the gramophone? I don't know what else we're going to do with the record. Victrola, I should say. I don't know what else we're going to do with it. We don't have a shotgun and something to launch it with, so we can't use it for, like, target practice. Let's turn this bad boy on. Well, that was interesting. It broke this thing. Let's, walk to the vase. Can we get the vase? Is there something, like, cool inside this broken vase? Ouch! Doesn't appear to be anything cool inside the vase. And yet, I can't help but think we still needed to get that record onto this player. But what else can we do with this thing? We've got it, it makes noises, it breaks shit. Let's put the cassette tape in the recorder. Let's turn on the Victrola. Let's turn on the cassette recorder. Okay, it's recording. I'm going to go deaf. We now have a tape that features an incredibly high-pitched noise that's really irritating and breaks vases, although not the glass on the TV set for whatever reason. Let's pick up that tape and think back, children, gentle viewers. Think back. Did we come across a tape player anywhere? Well, there's one in Green Tentacle's room. we can go check that out, see if that does anything. I believe if you use that recording in there to record Sid or Razor playing the piano, which I might play around with. I might just do a quick run, not recording everything, with other characters so you can see the stuff that, you know, people other than Dave, Wendy, and Bernard can do. Yeah, I believe, like, Green Tentacle reacts to the rock song. I do not believe, since he already owns the record of doo-doo, he's probably not going to be all that excited to hear it on cassette tape form. But let's try using the cassette tape in the cassette player. See what this is going to do. There we go, folks. That's what we wanted. Well, other than irritating the hell out of my neighbors, we now have broken windows. That ain't going to help us much. We got a broken chandelier, and as you may recall, that chandelier contained a key, which we can now pick up. The old rusty key is in our possession. Now we have two keys, which we have not gotten around to finding what they unlock yet. I'm not sure why that loose panel contained a cassette tape, if that's what it did contain. I think it did. I do remember that, yeah, this was one of the big things. This is a big progress point for me playing this game as a kid, because we did not, in fact, myself and those good people who were helping me play, we didn't find the damn tape on the first try. That loose panel, I mean, it took a while before we, you know, sorted out that that was there to be found. Now, what have we got going on here? We've got, well, can I do anything useful here? I could fill that glass jar with water, but I'm not going to do that, because I remember at least one puzzle where I need to have that filled with water, but it has to come from a very different place. And by very different, I mean a different place. I don't want to build this up as some huge weird thing, although it actually kind of is. No, let's head on into the door here. We know that we had locked stuff. Oh, wait. Should we use the sponge on the gravy stain? See if getting gravy will be helpful. I know that you're supposed to use the sponge of the developer, but do we have the option of using it on gravy? Pick up gravy stain. See if he has the same quip Wendy does. I don't do tablecloths. Okay, I thought that might have been a, like, you know, she's a girl and she's just not going to be forced into doing housework for you, but no, all the characters say that same thing. That doesn't seem to work. Okay, so forget it. We can't do anything with the gravy stain. At least not with the sponge. The sponge is for collecting that developer fluid downstairs, should we decide that we care about that. Let's use, or rather, let's unlock the door with the yellow key. Can't unlock the door with this. Why don't we use the old rusty key in the door? Can't unlock the door with this. Okay. Getting kind of stuck here now. What about unlocking the door with key? No. Alright, so whatever it is we're meant to be doing, it's not with this door. We can't get there yet. Okay. Well, I remember there were other things that were locked, but darn it all, folks, I do not have at this point a perfect recall of everything that was locked that we've come across. Does this grandfather clock need to be unlocked to open, or does it just not open at all? Doesn't open. Alright, well, there is another little puzzle that I remember to get you into a special room. We've got these two gargoyles that we can interact with. If we push the gargoyle... Secret passageway! Yes! I'm heading over there to... No. Alright, well, the secret passageway ain't gonna work. Was this thing locked? It is indeed locked. So, we can check that out later. We'll get Dave back up, or we'll get Bernard. I gotta go down there and help Dave, because I'm, Bernard. That's what I do. We will get Bernard to go push the gargoyle so that Dave can go into the room. That is what we will do, folks. It will be good stuff. Dave, who is possessed of the flashlight, can go in there and be in the dark. Let us turn on the flashlight. I don't remember now whether you need a second set of batteries at some point. Yeah, turn on the flashlight. Okay. Oh, there's a light switch. That looks like a light switch, and yet... Oh, okay, I was hitting the wrong button. Oh, good, a nuclear reactor. Excellent. Well, I mean, we can't be that surprised, folks. We knew there was a nuclear reactor. Let's save the game before we play with this, shall we? Seems like that might be prudent. Yes, game was saved. Twice, in fact. Let's try to... Alright, well, it's what is furnace? Nuclear reactor. Can we open the nuclear reactor? And would we want to without lead shielding? It's too hot. Alright, what else is in the room with the nuclear reactor? There is a key of some sort. There is radioactive slime. Pick up radioactive slime, why not? We just saved the game after all. Yuck, I'm not touching that. What about the sponge? Use sponge in radioactive slime. Yuck. I'm not touching that, he says again. Well, let's pick up this key, whatever this is. Silver key. Let's open the fuse box. What have we got in here? We've got circuit breakers. Let's open the door. The door is locked. I think I know what's on the other side of this door. It's the frickin' dungeon that we got thrown into before I loaded state. And it's going to be quite a while before we can get out of there. Because it's specifically set up so that you can get one kid out. As long as you've got two kids in the jail, you can always get one of them out. And because of that, it's pretty late in the game before you actually can get anyone out completely. I mean, get everyone out. You've got to get pretty far in the game before getting captured by Nurse Edna or Weird Ed ceases to be an issue at all. Although that point will eventually come. Much like Nurse Edna. Hoo-hoo. Sorry. Oh, let's try the last key, even though I don't think it's going to work. Oh, okay. It did work. Never mind. This place is really no longer a threat to us at all. We can't get into this, we can't get through here for a good while yet. These two, locks. But there was a loose brick here. And how it basically worked is that, if you can find the loose brick and you push it, it opens the door, similar to how the, yeah, never mind. I didn't realize that we already had the key to get you out of here. I keep thinking that I'm seeing it. Oh well, you don't even care. Yeah, if you push the loose brick, you can get out of here. But only if it's the same way as that gargoyle thing. Somebody's got to be there to actually push the loose brick. Let's turn off the circuit breakers and see what happens. Okay, turn the circuit breakers back on, because that makes the whole reactor cooling system shut down, it would seem. Yikes. I believe if you turn off the reactor, if you turn off the circuit breakers and then try to leave, it will get Weird Ed to come downstairs to, you know, prevent the house from being destroyed. So that's nice. That's a way to get Weird Ed out of his room. And, you know, now that I think about it, we do need to get Weird Ed out of his room. She's nearby. Hold on here, folks. Let's think about this for a second. I saved relatively recently. We've got a new key, and we've got to figure out something to do with that. I've gone over 15 minutes, so I need to think about ending the video. Dave is walking right through the nuclear reactor. But, yeah. This is a good point, folks. We actually, well, you know, let me just save again real quick. Do we want to, lure Weird Ed out of his room and have Wendy ransack it while he's gone? This door has been unlocked, so is it just going to open now? No. We are going to need to use the rusty key on it again. I just want to check and see. Well, it will open from both sides. Let's get Bernard out of here, or Bernard, yeah. Let's get Bernard to safety so that he doesn't get caught by Weird Ed. Not that it really matters. And we're going to get Dave to turn off the circuit breakers. I think there's other ways to get Weird Ed out of his room, but, you know, now that I think about it, maybe this is the way. We'll switch over to Wendy. But we gotta wait for a minute for Weird Ed to notice and panic. Oh great, someone shut the power off. We're gonna have another meltdown. How can I take over the world when I'm on a budget? I always get stuck with cheap equipment. Boy, is the meteor going to be pissed. Tentacle, front and center! Yes, sir, Dr. Fred, sir. Purple tentacle at your disposal, sir. Quick, go check out the reactor. Oh, crap, this isn't what I was expecting. Yes, sir. This isn't good at all. We need to get him out of here before the purple tentacle catches him. Get out of here, Dave. I'll get you. I caught you sneaking around our house. Crap. I thought he was coming from the other direction. Dr. Fred isn't paying me for nothing. Is he really paying you, though? To the dungeon, intruder! I hope you rot. Yeah, but buddy, you didn't turn the power back on. He did not turn the power back on. He was happy throwing me in prison and leaving the house to explode. Yes, do it. Do not wait for me to click again. Okay, folks, so that didn't work so much. Oh, that didn't really work at all. But I did remember how we have to get Weird Ed out of there. Of his room, and we've got a new thing to try the key on. So it wasn't a total disaster. Yeah, it's basically just a big waste. Now, I'm not sure how many times you can get thrown in the dungeon before they will eventually take your key away. But for right now, we're still in good shape. So when we come back, folks, I have to decide if I want to figure out, if I want to just go doing an inventory of all the locked things in the game and figure out what keys I have, which will open what, or if it's time to get Bernard to ring the bell so that Wendy can ransack Weird Ed's room. Either way, folks, Sid is going to run away from the green tentacle, and I hope that you'll enjoy watching more of these videos. Thank you so much. See you next time.